Designer. I'm joined by P.Kidd. We are both back at it again. How y'all feeling today, Chicago? I can guess how y'all feeling today. I can guess a little bit how y'all are feeling today. Um, I mean, man, that was in a word, not good. I think we saw some things that almost would have left us feeling promising, dude. Almost would have had us feeling promising about the Bears, but almost ain't good enough. What'd you see from today's game? Oh, by the way, if you are in the chat, y'all know how we do. I need them Bear Dons in the chat. We were fans well before Matt Nagy showed up in Chicago. We'll be fans well after Matt Nagy gets up out of Chicago. I need them Bear Dons in the chat. But yeah, what'd you see today, man?
You know, I'm actually just make sure everybody make sure everybody know we on. Since we we definitely just decided to just hop on. So we definitely, word up to
I'm not even gonna stunt with you, bro.
We just said,
I accidentally hit the live button. I was not intending to go live yet.
So
and we
live.
But we live. We live.
Like, so anybody that just joined, like he literally said, "Oh, we're on," and you can see me on my phone.
Hey, what'd you say?
God dang.
What is it? Are we live? We're doing it live. Let's do it
live. Man, listen. I'm going to go with the positive because I really wanted to sit there and like trash. I wanted to have something that, something controversial, something that's spicy to say. But let's be honest, Mitch looked the best he's looked since our first season with him.
I'll agree with you on that.
Mitch looked really good. I don't know what happened. Obviously, if your job is on the line for some, you shape up, right?
Yeah.
But
a little bit,
but
at least a little bit.
Like sincerely though, our O-line looked good. They gave him some protection. You actually got to see him make some nice passes. I mean, a lot of them were checked out, but he was making the reads that you want our QB to read. He was making some very like seasoned QB reads, and I was digging it. So I'm really not as upset about the loss. Now, honestly, let's be clear, it is a horrible loss, and for some odd reason, I was just like, man, you just pull this last 4 minutes out. I had this feeling as a Chicago fan that the last 4 minutes was going to be like I just knew. I just didn't know it was going to happen like that, though.
But you know what? Hey, this is what bad teams do, right? This is what bad teams do.
Find a way to lose.
This is what bad teams do. You find a way to lose. And guess what? We up 10, 4 minutes to go. You find a way to lose. That's what bad teams do. And so I'm not surprised by what we saw. I'm not shocked by what we saw. I'm not like, oh my goodness, how did the Bears get in this position? I'll tell you what I saw down the stretch. And we all know I've been a defender of Nagy a lot less each week. A lot less every week I see. Listen. Fundamentals were poor down the stretch. Fundamentals were horrible down the stretch. Allen Robinson has been in the league for I don't know how long. He doesn't know what a first down marker is.
Man,
you keep that drive going. You keep that drive going. Allen Robinson has been in the league for what? 7 years now? He knows he has to identify the first down marker. And I'm not saying anything that I'm sure he's not going to look at the tape and be like, that's on me. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so, to me, that's one of those where that one hurt the most. And
that was a good drive too. Like for the first time, I was like, you know what, he could actually pull this one off. Like we're gonna actually pull this little drive off. Like our 2-minute drill has been iffy. We all know that, but they look like they were marching down that, and then they got the call. I forgot what they call the horse collar. And so it actually did look.
And it was all the things was one of them that it was like, I don't know, my boy.
No, he pulled him from the front. He pulled him down. It's still
he got him from the front, but normally they call the horse collar on the back.
By definition, you can call it both ways.
You can, yes, you can. But the tackle to me, I was just like, oh, okay, we getting that one. Hey, look, if you gonna give it to us, we taking it.
Give me that 15 yards, baby.
Hey, look, if you gonna give it to us, we taking it.
At that point, but I will say this, and this is one of the things that I looked at. Why were we throwing in that situation? Because let's be honest, it's in our favor to sit there. If the run doesn't work, we punt it away.
But you know what?
This is our game.
That's the thing. Listen, if he drops that ball, yeah, we can have that conversation. Why are we punting in this situation? You got a guy who can hold on to that ball. Why are you punting? You know what I'm saying? If he drops that ball, we having that conversation. But he caught it. He didn't identify what a marker was.
Oh, I think we're talking about two different things. I'm talking about the
which
fumble.
one are you talking about?
In the fumble.
Oh, on the fumble.
Why we shouldn't have been throwing at in that situation. Now that's a catch-22, but
yeah, I mean, but you know what? I probably would have still gone with the run in that situation just because because it was working.
And we had some great it was working.
That's what I'm saying. Just because it was working. Baki and Alive, what's good, my boy? How you feeling? Just because it was working. So I would have continued to push the run at that point. But you know what? Listen, it honestly looked like there was going to be something there. If you watch the play developing down the field, it looked like there was going to be, and then your offensive line breaks down. And that is the game. Listen, the offensive line, give them credit. They played decent for most of the game, but when you needed them to play well, they did not. That's what bad football teams do. That's what bad football teams do. And the Chicago Bears, ladies and gentlemen, have just lost to the Detroit Lions, who are fourth in the NFC North. We are a bad football team.
I'm gonna give you an interesting stat. You know, the last time Detroit beat us in the same fashion, they came from behind. Most of the time, they come from behind and beat us. They fleece us on the come from behind wins all the time, apparently, according to the stat that they brought up during the game.
Hey, but Michigan gave them their fair share too, though. Michigan gave them their fair share too. Actually, most of his wins toward them are usually come from behind wins. Hey, the best thing I heard today was somebody said we just Detroited ourselves. That was the best one I heard today. What was just that though? What was just that?
What we talking about?
I thought you said you had a stat.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to pull it up.
Okay.
Talk about your boy Mooney though. Mooney
I'm not gonna lie. See, this is the thing though. This is the thing. We have both been on this show, and we've talked about a Super Bowl caliber defense that did not show up today. I don't know what happened to this defense in the last 2 weeks. Listen, if anything, you can say last week the defense gave up because there was just nothing to fight for anymore. Not something that you want to see, a definite indictment on Matt Nagy, but you can at least say that the defense gave up because they had nothing else to fight for anymore. In this game, your offense gave you the production that you've been begging for all season long, and you showed no fight. Now, give Matt Stafford credit. Matt Stafford was throwing dots. By the way, if you're in the live right now, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page. We talk Chicago Sports Weekly. Matt Stafford was throwing dots.
Facts.
Like I can't say that, but as much money as we put into this offense or defensive line, they're not getting home. Robert Quinn, $30 million. Hey, man, I wish I could make $30 million and not show up on the stat sheet.
I'm sorry. I can't take for any defensive slander. You know, hey, listen, you want to call it what you want to call it?
No.
They've carried us the entire season,
slander.
Bro.
It's pure slander.
I can't go for slander.
It. But the one time your offense gave you what you've been begging for all season, you didn't show up in the slightest. When did they stop Matt Stafford?
Time out. I don't remember the defense fumbling the ball. I don't remember the defense not knowing where the first down mark is. I don't remember the defense not getting that first down.
But you know what I do remember the defense
one at the end of the game.
But you know what I do remember the defense doing? I remember the defense having Matt Stafford at 3rd and 10 and allowing him to throw that completion for 15 yards. 3 times. I remember the defense finally being able to get off the field. Us finally seeing Khalil Mack get the sack that he hasn't had in 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
In 4 weeks.
There's a reason for it, though.
And all of a sudden, there's a bad call, but a penalty called on Buster Screen.
Yep.
So I can say that is the defense still a better defense than most? Yeah.
Yeah.
But to give them Super Bowl caliber after the last 2 weeks we saw, I can't say that. And it's been very bend but don't break. It's been very bend but don't break, which can take you a long way. 2005, we was bend but don't break. And guess what? A lot of times we broke back.
Dog, this wasn't on the defense. We can find a lot of holes.
30 points.
We can find a lot of holes. Listen. But the offense gave up the game.
The offense gave
Our
up the
offense
game at
gave
the
up the
end. I
game.
agree with you. But 30 points, bro, we've been begging for 30 points all season. I've been begging for 20 points all season.
Oh, you got 20 points in the first half, baby.
I've been begging for 20 points. I was,
Hey.
bro, and see, this is the crazy thing, which y'all don't know. I was trying to make a move to further the show, further the life today. So I wasn't sitting down watching the game in and out. I actually went back and just like rewatched a lot of it. And when they gave us breaks on this little you dig that I'm making a move on, I was able to tune in and see a lot of the key plays. Shout out to them too for giving very timely breaks. Saw both Montgomery's touchdowns. Saw Mitch's touchdown pass. I'm like, yo, what's going on?
It's a great day.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, up until the last 5 minutes of the fourth, it was a great day.
Oh my
God. Outside of that, oh man, but listen. Oh yeah, like my man is saying, I can't blame that on the defense though. Honestly, that is our whole identity right there, and they've showed up for the majority. Yeah, they gave up a lot of points.
Hey, we looking like the no-face man out here right now. If that's our whole identity,
hey, listen, all I keep seeing is all down my timeline. All I keep seeing is memes about Lovie Smith getting fired at 10 games after winning 10 games, and here we are with Nagy.
I mean, listen, this is the question now. Is he going to finish the season? Are him and Ryan Pace going to finish the season?
I don't think he does.
I mean, we are really at this point. Like last week versus the Packers, I was like, they should fire him.
Now but have to fire him.
This week, your team's fundamentals gave out. Last week, you saw your culture give out. This week, you saw the fundamentals give out. That was the most egregious thing to me.
Bro, you ever check out his post-game interviews?
Oh, Matt Nagy, I always tune into him. That's the most hilarious part of the thing. That man literally said today, they said, why isn't the offense working? I don't know. Oh, wow.
Get him out of here. Listen,
bro,
get him out of here.
Hey, listen. On the resume, it says offensive guru, quarterbacks coach. Hey, bro, I don't know. It's not an acceptable answer. I do not know. It's not an acceptable answer.
Every time I listen to his post-game interviews, he is like the most optimistic loser I've ever met in my life. Like he's just like he is exactly what you said he was. He's a rah guy. He said they know I'm here for him. It's a tough spot, but we'll figure it out. And I said, what is he talking about, dog? What are you saying right now?
Hey, and the best thing to me is he's sitting there. He's like, we're gonna go back. We're gonna look at the film and see how we can adjust. You ain't adjusted all season. What you gonna adjust?
Hey, he made some good adjustments today.
Bill Lazor calling plays.
Well, it's a great adjustment to fire yourself on that play calling position, dog.
Man,
who do we have coming up next week? Let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the games that we're
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, well, that's dead.
I mean, look, and this the thing. They're not good, but they're not this bad either. And listen, the offensive line looked good. You know why the offensive line looked good?
Why did
because it was Detroit's defensive line.
Yep.
Hey, bro, I don't care how bad the Texans' defense is. J.J. Watt's still standing across. It's going to be a long day for one Mitchell Trubisky.
Oh, man. So
let us know in the chat, do you think that Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace finished the season? Let us know in the chat. Go ahead with your point, my boy.
Dude, you think he's I think tomorrow he's getting fired.
Oh, you think tomorrow is happening?
I think tomorrow he's getting fired.
You think the announcement comes down tomorrow? Here's my biggest thing.
Have you seen the wave of people that have now grown to do the whole fire? The fire Nagy thing is a trending topic right now.
Hey, but this is the thing. If you first off, that would be so Bears to run your team based on what's going on Twitter. Like I could just see George McCaskey just like, yo, we trended. Oh, they said I gotta fire you, bro. I'm sorry.
Bro, that's what every coach that got fired this year did. And ESPN, they got fired the next day.
Hey,
what are we talking about?
Nobody better than Matt Patricia, though, because this man had a whole burner account. Hey, bro. Hey, Matt Patricia had a whole burner account, bro. Just to say, hey, bro, he didn't even try to hide it, bro. Like his Twitter name was like his middle name. And then in the bio, it was like 3 kids loves technology. It was like, bro, this is you. This is you, bro. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw them get their walking papers tomorrow because nothing that they have done has worked. And now the things that they did do well are falling apart.
Yeah.
If you agree, like the video. The things that they did do well, this defense, listen, give Ryan Pace credit, built this defense.
You know what I think? If he doesn't get fired Monday, he's definitely getting fired next week. You want to know why?
Why?
Because Deshaun Watson is coming to town. Like, if we get beat by the QB you could have drafted in a horrible fashion, which I'm predicting at this point, you have to get walked out. Like, Ryan has to get walked out, and Nagy has to go with him. Like, they both have to go at that point if we just get trashed by the Texans next week. Because we're not beating the Vikings. The Vikings are rolling right now. We're not beating them.
I think, yeah, they did. I don't know if they ended up winning. I know that old boy from Jacksonville threw a pick in overtime, but
they won by 3 in overtime.
Yeah, they were driving down the field. It was looking bad. But I think this is the thing. Like I was saying, the things that they did well have failed. Now the defense is failing. You got Houston coming into town next week. And listen, if you think that Houston's going to be an easy win, Houston's been banged up. Houston's tried to kind of get it together. I think they just had to get Bill O'Brien out of there. I mean, Bill O'Brien is a coach. All right, we can have that conversation. Bill O'Brien is a GM, is a joke. But to me, if Houston comes in, you're not going to beat Houston. You're not going to beat Houston.
Not going to beat Houston.
Especially if you can't get to Deshaun Watson. And this is not just a loss by the Bears. This is not just a loss by the Bears. This is a loss by the Bears without Detroit's 2 best players on the field. The Bears gave up 400 yards on defense without Detroit's 2 best players on the field. Kenny Golladay and DeAndre Swift were both off the field. That's your biggest problem right now. Then not only is the offense, I got to say, the offense gave the game away, absolutely. But at the end of the day, they put up points. You gave up 34 points to the Lions. And it's not like you gave up 34 points to the Lions and it was just, you gave up 34 points to the Lions and pretty much Matt Stafford was living back there like he was Aaron Rodgers. I mean, come on, bro.
Let me introduce something different here. So we can consider this season a wash. It's amazing that when I started doing this with you, especially going live with it, we were 5-1. Now we have the potential of going 5-11.
We did a cap or no cap and said, cap or no cap, will Nick Foles lose more than 5 games? And both of us said cap. Yeah. I don't think he won a game after we said that.
Man, listen, are you trying to say we cursed that man?
Probably. No, he cursed himself.
But let's look at it. Let's look
Nick
at it.
Foles said that's God's plan.
let's talk our QB. He did well. Passer rating was over 100. Let's say he gives us a good play for the rest of the season. We keep him or no?
Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna be real with you.
Because at this point, Nagy's done. For me, he's done. Right now, we're talking about just the personnel at this point, the team at this point. Like who? I think Robinson is done. I think he's not gonna be here next season. I think that's just more of a want, not because we don't want him, but because
you know what's crazy though. See, this is the thing. I think this is why you have to fire Ryan Pace in them. Because Allen Robinson's not going to negotiate this deal with them at this point.
Absolutely not.
If you're going to get anything done, and listen, I think you need to keep Allen Robinson. Listen, has he been a little more up and down this season? Yeah, but when this dude has never played with a real QB, and he's always put up great numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like he's played with Blake Bortles, Mitch Trubisky, Nick Foles. Even in college, this man didn't play with a real QB. Like, I can't be mad at him for wanting to leave and go play with a real QB. He could have went. Oh my God, he could have went to doggone Green Bay. Could you imagine if we had to face Allen Robinson with Aaron Rodgers for the last 3 years? Oh my God. Oh my God.
You can't do that.
Fix it, Jesus.
Hey, listen, you put Aaron Rodgers on this team right now. This team is going. This team.
But I think that's why
totally
I think at this point you have to look at talent over this coaching staff, because I think this coaching staff is done. Now to answer your question, would I keep Trubisky? Depends on how much he's willing to get paid. If he's willing to come here for pretty much $1 million on a prove it deal, all right. If he think he's, because look, pretty much, if I'm willing to keep you, you're probably going to be the starter. Because right now, Nick Foles is probably going to be the starter next season because they brought him in, they traded for him, he still had years left on the deal, blah, blah, blah. So,
yo, let's be honest. If Nick Foles had the O-line that he had, that Mitch had today, this game's probably not ending this way.
But I think that, and see now things are looking better. Things are looking more secure. I think that the reason that the O-line is playing the way that they do is because defenses have to worry about Mitch's mobility. They can't just attack him.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like really, the defenses have to. And look, I said they should have sat him. Mm-hmm. I said that they should have sat Mitch. I said I don't think that he's the quarterback of the future. Get him out of there. Put Nick Foles in. He seems to understand the system. Nick Foles comes in. He did understand the system, but there's no time to make any plays. But it's instantly because, and I think that once I saw Mitch come back in, I was like, yeah, that was the wrong decision to sit Nick. Because once you saw Mitch come back in, all of a sudden, it's a miracle. These dudes can block again. What happened? No, the defense isn't sending 5, 6 because they know Nick Foles can't do nothing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like they're attacking, but it's a different kind of attack. It's an attack with the we got to get to him, but if we leave this thing open, he might run for 15. And so it's a very different dynamic. So I don't think even for us to say if Nick was behind this offensive line, we saw today it'd be the same result. Now, to me, would I keep Mitch? Like I said, it's all based on the money. It's all based on the money that Mitch is willing to take. If Mitch is willing to take a little bit of nothing, yeah, come on through.
It's too many things. It's too many variables with this one, though. It's a hard question to answer as a real fan, because the play calling was definitely different when we had Nick behind it with no O-line. And so you have Nick there, you have the QB of your system, but you have no protection. You have these plays that he can't execute. It's all right. If you get him a little more protection, we are definitely a playoff team.
Here's the thing.
We're definitely a playoff team. So it's like, it's hard because then, you say, well, who was calling the plays at the time? Well, it was Nagy.
Well, he had a couple games with Bill Lazor. He went out in the hip pointer with Bill Lazor.
Was that Bill Lazor's fault or was it the O-line's fault?
I mean, on that specific play, on that specific play, it was what's his name? It was Nick Foles' fault for holding on to the ball too long and then dying.
You're horrible.
Hey, bro, I thought he was dead. When they came out and said it was a hip pointer, I was like, what? A hip pointer? Bro, I thought he died. How he got sacked on that field? I was just like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think I forget who said it. Let me see in the comments. Somebody said it a couple. Tyrone Taylor in the live, shout out to you, my boy. He said neither quarterback is the answer. He's absolutely right. Neither quarterback is the answer. Neither quarterback is going to come in here and do what you. I don't know who said it first. I don't know who the first person was that said it. I'd love to know so I could credit them. But the statement is, if you have 2 quarterbacks that you think you can be your starter, you have none. Because that means you're not sold on either guy. Yeah. So to me,
well, tell that to the Saints.
Oh my God, bro. Hey, no, but you know what? Sean Payton. Hey, look, I was on the Sean Payton might be a little bit overrated train when I was like, yo, this man keep losing. But then I started, 8-0 with quarterbacks that aren't Drew Brees in the last 2 seasons, bro.
He gets it done.
And he's drawing up a system for him.
Gets it done.
Oh my God.
Because Taysom Hill is looking like the next best thing since
EIU's finest. EIU's finest right there. Shout out to that man.
Looking like a Tim Tebow 2.0 over there.
When he threw that touchdown pass today, I was in disbelief. I was like, Taysom Hill threw it. And I was like, it looked decent.
Double down.
Right, you know what I'm saying? I was like, and it looked decent too. Like, oh man.
So at this point, we're giving up on the QBs at this point, basically.
I think we gave up. You know what? Like I said though, you got to get new management in here, and I think it goes all the way up to the top. You got to go all the way to Ted Phillips. This man has been the president of the Chicago Bears since 1984. Now, granted, he don't do nothing no more but push numbers. But he has been the president of the Chicago Bears since 1984. You got to make a move. You got to get football people in here. This ain't a mom and pop organization no more. You got to look at the Chicago Bulls. Just look at what the Chicago Bulls did. They stopped with all the mom and pop stuff. They started looking at, you know what? Maybe if we get somebody in here that's not from the Bulls organization that does know basketball, things might change. Guess what? His first move, he fired everybody in there that was stupid. He looked down the aisle and said, "Hey, Billy Donovan, you want some money? We got some money." Oh, okay, come on through then. I mean, oh my God.
The same question you asked before. We fire him. Who do we get? We fire him. Who comes?
I'm gonna be real with you. For team president.
We fire.
Now, I think Louis Riddick for GM is one guy that I really like, because I think that Louis Riddick wants this job. Because I see Louis Riddick on TV every week, and we're gonna see him tomorrow morning talking about the Bears. And he talks about the Bears every week. And yes, they put it in front of him, blah, blah, blah. But when he talk about the Bears, it's just like, fam, what are they doing up there? I mean, anybody could come in and do with this and make this happen. And it's like, bro, you want this job, bro? Like, just say you want this job, bro. You know what it is? It sounds like, it's like you said. Every time we see something on ESPN, the media changes the narrative. And then all of a sudden, bro, Louis Riddick is pushing for these mothers to get fired so hard, bro. I bet you he come on TV tomorrow and just be like, listen, if Matt Nagy is not fired tomorrow, I won't take that job. I mean, I will be stunned.
Hey, but the crazy thing is I'm seeing the rumor of Peyton Manning actually taking Ted's position.
I saw Peyton. This is my only reservation with Peyton. There's a coach in the NFL right now that Peyton Manning endorsed heavily.
Who are we talking about?
Adam Gase. I'm talking about when they were looking and asking, who should we hire? They asked Peyton as a consultant. He doubled down on Adam Gase. Tripled down. The whole family was in on Adam Gase, bro. The whole Manning family was in on Adam Gase. So that is the only reservation I have about Peyton Manning. That when the one time somebody asked you, hey, who you want as a coach, man? Oh, man, Adam Gase, man. He's going to take you guys to the Super Bowl. Whoa. Breathe easy, my boy. He can't get through the press conferences.
Hey. Oh, man. Okay, it was one bad call, though, but Peyton Manning. He still knows football. This is the thing. Hey, people might actually want to come and play for the Bears now that we actually have somebody with a mind of like he is. So it could have a very positive effect. I would about negative. Adam just didn't work out. I mean, for whatever reason.
Oh, we know the reason.
Yeah, we know the reason.
Not to me. See, I don't know if I'd give Louis Riddick a president job. Because he hasn't, yes, he's been in football. Yes, he has all the relationships, but he hasn't done the job before. But I think if you pair him with somebody else, like I keep going back to the Bulls, and listen, that could backfire on us quickly, depending on how this Friday goes. Shout out to the NBA for coming back to take our mind off of stuff. We can go live.
Talk about that.
Oh my God, thank God.
I'm so happy to talk about that.
Oh man. Hey, look, I said I might do a post game show just for the NBA preseason.
Just for the plug.
Just for the preseason, bro. Oh my God. But no, I think you got to look at it. You got to find guys that are gonna work well together. You got to find guys that are gonna be in lockstep. And we saw in the beginning pace and Pace and ownership really weren't in lockstep. And then it was Pace and Fox because John Fox was like, yo, I'm not passing up to Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
And so Pace went in his room and he's, we gotta go get Trubisky. He drove up in his little car and he's so humble and he looks just like me and I don't know what else. I'm saying? It's gotta be it. It's gotta be. Come on, bro. But
now here's the thing, because I gotta always say this: when you look back at that draft, right? You look back at all the things that they had. Deshaun Watson looked like a real maybe. Like it worked out for the better, but he looked like a collapse waiting to happen. So that was the word on the street on him, right? Sincerely. And so it's like, listen, with all that, like all the stuff you just mentioned, that played a role into why they chose Trubisky. So at that moment, like I said, like we talked about last time, it wasn't a bad decision. It just didn't work out. It wasn't a bad decision with the information you had and how they performed at that time.
This is the thing.
It just didn't work out.
The information you had was wrong, and that's the bad thing.
It was just wrong.
and that's the bad thing. You know what I'm saying? I can't give you a full pass because it's your job to know these things for Patrick Mahomes. But there's a ton of teams that didn't realize Pat Mahomes was going to be Pat Mahomes. Like, in all honesty, there was a bunch of guys who were just like, yo, he's from the air raid offense. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. No. I can give you a pass on that.
Wait a second.
What happened?
Clearly, somebody just found out we lost.
Oh, no, Matt.
No.
Matt in the chat. Oh, Matt. Oh, it's tough out here, my boy.
That's tough. Hard out here for a pimp. I got you.
It's hard out here for you, Matt. Sorry, my boy. Yeah, we took that L.
Yeah, we took that L, dog.
No, but this is my thing. With Deshaun Watson, he beat the best team in the country. Beat him good, too, and looked great in the game. Your concerns about him were injury concerns. All right? I can take injury concerns into account, but he beat the best team in college football, arguably the best team for the past 10 years, the best program.
Mm-hmm.
And you telling me that? Dante in the live, what's good, my boy? Dante played overseas. He played pro overseas, man. We got to get him on the show for sure. Some great insight. Dante, we're going to get you through on this one, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I can't give you an excuse on that. You can say, oh, Matt Berry had him as the number one quarterback. No, that's not an excuse. Yo people, Matt Berry don't work for the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
These are your people that messed up. And so that's my biggest problem with Ryan Pace. Yo people didn't identify him. And yes, I can say yo people. It's like you people, but in football terms. You know what I'm saying?
So should we tank now? Should we just call it quits, mail it in?
It's too hard to tank in football. It's not gonna matter. Oh, you're not gonna get. They're not. This is the thing. They're probably gonna finish 8-8.
I hope not.
Because look how the team played today.
I hope not.
Look how the team played today.
This is my concern because I'm
you
yelling
beat
at
the
the
Jaguars.
TV. I was yelling at the TV.
Into one more.
I'm yelling at the TV. I said, you know what? The Bears are going to do it again. They're going to play well the rest of the season, which I said is just them auditioning for their next job. And then we're going to have this talk in town about, okay, well, maybe it's not that bad. Or, maybe Mitch learned his lesson and maybe Mitch and Nagy are on the same page now. And we're going to keep changing the narrative because that's who we are. And then they're going to let us down again. And I'm just glad it happened this game because I did not want them to go on a streak just for us to be in the same situation that we do every year. So at this point, I need somebody to walk. Y'all go ahead, get him a box. Go ahead, do whatever you need to do. I need you to walk him on out the stadium.
I see. You remember my analogy.
Need to go ahead and get him a box. We need to go. He got to go. Something has to happen. And at this point, I don't care who we get in there. It's just not that guy. He got to go.
I mean,
listen.
Yeah.
You know how hard it makes us. You know how hard it makes our job right now to sit here and talk about a losing team this whole time. We are trying to find something to grasp at this point.
Bro, and this is the problem.
This is horrible now.
And this is the problem. For once, we would have been able to come on here and been surprised because they was playing well. They were playing well. All my notes going up to that was like, yo, Cordell Patterson was running that thing. David Montgomery. I love what I see.
Please, everybody in the comments, let me know. Why didn't we give him the ball instead of Montgomery? I knew if Montgomery got that call, he wasn't going to get that yard. He wasn't power running the whole. That's not.
Look,
That was
look,
Patterson was killing it today.
But that's his
on a
game.
power run.
That's his game. That's what you want him in. That's why you drafted him. That's the situation he's in the league for. If he not getting that yard, and listen, oh man, the block by Jimmy Graham to get him that yard, bro. Jimmy Graham is 100. I thought he died. He was 100 years old out there. He slammed into that man and showed him what 6'8". What is Jimmy Graham? 6'8", 240, 250? Showed him what that feel like. I respect you for that block, Jimmy Graham, because you could be mailing it in at this point. I respect you for that block. It's not much I respect you for on the season. I respect you for that block, though.
You know what I would have been? I would have felt better if they just let Mitch throw it.
You just complained about them letting Mitch throw it in the goal line situation.
No. Today, Mitch was in rhythm. I would have just at this point, you put it in the air because you got to think about it like this. We only have one timeout, so 4th and 1. We get the first. We have to stop the clock.
Yeah.
So we burn that timeout.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was surprised that they didn't call a pass on that. I really was surprised. Now, this is the only thing
Mitch was actually doing. He was reading it right. He was getting his check downs in. We would have picked up 1 yard.
Yeah, but well, see, you don't know because here's the thing: if he missed that thing, what we gonna be sitting here saying? Why you call a pass on that? It's 1 yard. Why you got David Montgomery on the team? That's the situation. You get a ball to Montgomery, but I was surprised that they gave the ball to Montgomery in that situation. Just because of how they've been all season. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen
all season
we give it to Montgomery, who our run game has been shut down all season, and all of a sudden, so that's what you give it to him for. But dog, I'm not.
But I think this is the thing about that. If you do go in a pass situation like that, you don't got Nick back there. So if you do go in a pass situation, there's absolutely nothing open because you're going short routes on probably 3 of them.
But let's be honest, we got Mitch back there who can use his legs if he needs to.
That's what I'm saying. So, if you do call that pass, you got Mitch back there. Worst case scenario, the play breaks down, he can get you a yard.
The Bears do equal no confidence. That's just that's how we play right now, T. That's
now you know what the Bears equal? The Bears equal, you know when you play in Madden and you feel like you finally start, you like, well, he think I'm a pass here, so I'm a run. And then you run straight into a blitz.
You know we trash if we gotta make Madden references just to get this.
Oh, bro, yeah, for sure. What you mean? Were you in doubt?
Listen. I honestly was hopeful. I don't know what to say, dog.
Hey man, let's look ahead to next week. Like you said, we got Houston in town. What's your prediction for next week's game?
Oh, blowout.
Oh wow. You don't think the defense tries to have a little resurgence of life in that one?
No, that's done.
It's a done deal.
I think they mailed it in.
Oof. Y'all let us know how you feel in the comments. Let us know what you think. I'm gonna be,
dude.
Yeah. Hey, look, I don't know. This is the thing. I don't know if it'll be a blowout because Houston's defense is literally JJ Watt. So I don't know if it'll be a blowout.
They let Matt Stafford put up 400 yards in the air.
Yeah, but Matt Stafford's a good quarterback. Deshaun Watson is too. I'm not saying he's not, but I'm saying that if Mitch could score on this defense, Houston's defense is only 1 notch above it. But JJ Watt's coming to home. You know what I'm saying? JJ Watt's coming to town.
You know what? Here's the point. You know, anytime your defense has a name associated with it, I'm kind of worried about it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No. That's the problem, though.
When your defense has a name coming into town, you didn't say, "Oh, it's the Houston Texans." You said Houston Texans and JJ Watt.
No, it's just JJ Watt.
When you say that, it's a problem, right?
Yeah, that's the problem.
So would that be a problem?
It's just JJ Watt. Like the thing is, if you do anything, if you double team him, triple team him, if you Khalil Mack that man, he probably still gonna get home on 3 of them hits. But for most of the game, you might be able to attack downfield.
Hey, listen. All I'm saying is we allow Matt to put up 400 yards. Deshaun Watson is putting up 3. He's putting up 3, and he's using his legs.
Probably.
So at this point, it's like I'm at the point where it's like, yeah, the season's over.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I don't want them to scrap and claw and etch. I don't want to see it. I don't want It would be just like the Bears
to
to
win.
sit there and win.
To win.
If it's some odd way, I just feel it. It's going.
And you know what? I think it's the Jaguars after that, or is it the Vikings?
It's the Vikings after Houston.
It's the Vikings after Houston, and then it's the Jaguars. They'll get 2 more. Finish season 7-9, 8-8.
Nah, they ain't beating Vikings.
They'll beat the Jaguars.
Didn't the Jaguars just win today too?
No, they lost to the Vikings.
Okay, duh.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they won the 11. Yeah, they mailed it in too. They mailed it in a long time.
You know what I'm saying? and then look, as crazy as it seems, if you get fam, this is what's bad, bro. This is what's bad, bro. It's so Bears for it to still happen and not mean nothing. It's so Bears for it to still happen. Like legitimately, you sneak out a win versus the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they'll win against the Vikings, but it is Kirk Cousins. He's liable to have something happen to him that's crazy.
Oh man, you put some respect on Captain Kirk's name.
Hey, listen, do you like that? You like that?
I've been screaming at this ever since then.
Yeah. You like that?
You like that?
But here's what I'm saying, it can be fluky. Something could happen. Maybe they gonna beat the Jaguars.
They're gonna beat the Jaguars. That's a done deal too.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
they're gonna beat the Jaguars. You think if we beat the Jaguars and then beat Houston,
the Packers
7-8.
The Packers not gonna play nobody. The Packers gonna put Jordan Love out there. Week 17. Come on now.
Oh no, please. Packers are gonna stomp us out just for fun.
I'll be dying. I would be dying.
That's how much I gave up. But they're gonna stomp us out just for fun. Say I'm lying.
Oh my God.
Say I'm lying.
I wouldn't be surprised by it. I wouldn't be surprised by it. I think that's the biggest thing. Like this team, I think we saw that from A-Rod too, that he was just like, yeah, okay.
Is there a new chance that we can make the playoffs though? Like, I mean, it's like a long shot.
Yeah, bro. There's an extra team. There's still a chance. And the NFC East is terrible. There's still a chance. That's what's sad. That's what's sad.
Who are the Packers playing coming up? All right, so this determines a lot here. Who are the Packers playing coming up?
Bro, it don't determine.
No, it actually does. It does. It matters. It does matter. It does matter because I don't want us to make it because I want some changes. If we win, we don't see any changes. But if
changes might come anyway. Like you said, changes might come after this week.
It should, but for some odd reason, we thought that with the Bulls, it didn't happen.
Well, I think COVID happened with that. I think Boylan.
Hey, listen.
Look, but
the quickest change we made for a QB is when we fired the guy that didn't look like he looked like us.
Which one?
Black guy. They fired Lovey on a winning record.
Oh, you talking about Lovey Smith? Well, no. Mm-hmm. See, most guys want to say that, but they forget how that record went down. It went down just like this. The Bears in the last 20 years are the only teams to do this. The Bears in the last 30 to 40 years have done this maybe once. The Bears have done it twice in the last 10. They've done it twice in the last 10. They started off that season 8-1. I get sick of hearing Mugs talk about, they fired Lovey. They started off that season 8-1.
Jay Critton, my boy, was good.
Jay Critton alive. Shout out to you, my boy.
Packers backwards means Bear lose. Yeah, that's what that means. That's tough.
Lovey started that season 8-1. Jay Cutler, I believe that's the season Jay Cutler hurt his thumb. They then proceeded to lose the next 6 games, and then they won 2 at the end when it didn't matter.
No, they went 10-6. So they went 10-6.
So they lost the next 5, but it was over by then. It was over by then.
Yeah, but you just said that their star QB. Your QB goes down.
Absolutely.
And so at that point, it's like, I can see that. I remember that season too.
I believe that's the same season Jay went down. I believe. But it's so Bears that, bro, no other team has done this like twice.
Oh, here's a twist of faith. I forgot. Oh, yeah, it is like that. I forgot about that. So the Packers play the Lions next week. See if they double up, right? Then they play the Panthers, and then they play the Titans. And then they play us.
Yeah. So it's not going to – none of them wins are going to affect us, except maybe the Lions.
Yeah, if the Lions beat them. No, we need the Lions to
Oh,
lose.
we need the Lions to
We need
lose.
the Lions to lose.
No, honestly, look, we need the Lions to win.
No, we need the Lions to win. We're fighting for the Lions to win
Depending
because
on
they're behind us still.
That's the thing. I'll never sit on my couch and root for the Bears to lose. I just can't. Like, I know losing is going to be better for us in the long run, but I can't. I can't sit on my couch for 3 hours and watch my team and be like, "Come on now, throw that pick, Mitch. Do what you do best."
Dog. Here's what I need you to do. Just this one time. I need you to go ahead, have yourself a nice cold one. Get you a nice, we sound real desperate. I need you to go ahead, get you a nice big L, put it over your bed, and dream about them taking an L. Because guess what? At this point, it does nothing. It behooves us to tank.
It does.
Bear down and burn it down. It's time to go. It's time to go.
It absolutely is better for us to lose, but I can't do it. And for some reason, with the Bears, I can't do it. With the Bulls, it's not as bad for me. Hey, with the Bulls, when I watch them, because you know what? This is the thing. One player in the NBA changes everything. If you draft Jason Tatum or Devin Booker or Ja Morant or Zion, one player changes your entire team.
Let's do this though. Since we're talking about one player changing everything, football maybe not so much, but I see what we're saying. I keep seeing this. I've saw it in live. I've seen it online. Do we go for Dak then? Does that change a lot for us?
No.
All right.
Dak's not mobile enough. Dak's not mobile enough to get away. He is mobile. He can run, like he's athletic, yes, but he's not mobile enough to be the threat. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say that because I think he's more mobile than Mitch is. But you know what?
More mobile than every QB we've had.
but he's not a let's not say that. Give Jason Campbell his flowers. Jason Campbell used to be booking it. But Jason
exactly.
You don't remember the boy Bears signed him?
I don't care.
You don't remember the Bears signed him?
I don't care about Jason Campbell.
But you know, to me, bringing in Dak, okay, yeah, does it change the feeling? He got to not want to go back to Dallas. Right. 2, they got to franchise him for a stupid amount of money or pay that man. I don't even think they can franchise him no more. Yeah, pay that man his money. He's worth every dollar of it. And 3, he's coming off an injury. Now, does that mean as much to me? No, because he's still a good quarterback. I think he'll be fine. It's a tough injury, but the thing is, he's coming off injury, and then you got to put him behind this offensive line.
Oh yeah, that's not working.
You know what I'm saying? So if you go get Dak, you literally have to go in to every single draft pick and be like, let's get us an offensive lineman here. Let's get us an offensive lineman here. Let's get us an offensive lineman here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a fan of bringing in Dak because you can't protect him. If you could protect him, yeah, bring him.
Actually, that's not a bad idea though. Like if all they did was try to go after Dak and shore up the O line.
Yeah, but you gotta have offensive linemen in the draft that's gonna be there.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But I mean, even if Robinson walks, let's think about I'm thinking about Dak with no weapons will be the problem, right? So let's say we get him some time in the pocket, but Robinson walks. Now we got just Mooney really, who actually has an incredible stat. Hit him with the stat that you hit him with. Was it? He's the only player with 60 targets with no drops.
Yeah,
my man was out there killing it. So I mean, we got some hope in that.
Listen,
that's actually an interesting thought.
Right there, you bring Dak in, you probably keep an A-Rob because now A-Rob has a quarterback to throw to. You bring Dak in, you got Mooney on the team. I've said this a million times.
Is my man Ron preaching here? What are we doing here?
I don't know. I didn't mean to click that one. I didn't know what happened right there.
What's happening here?
I didn't know. Excuse me. Let's take a turn there. Oh, happy day.
Oh God. All right, here we go.
But
hopefully you pray for Dak in the
No, I think the thing is, to me, I've said multiple times, I like our receiving core. I like our running back. If David Montgomery comes out and plays like he did today, I like our running back. Heck, I like Cordell Patterson if he run like he did today.
And it's funny because all of that is predicated on our O line, like creating those holes and stuff like that. We probably have this nice working, but here's it. Whether that begs the question: was that really the reason? Was it the plays? Was they just not getting called?
I mean, this is the thing.
We don't even know.
You don't know.
We don't even know. That's a problem. That's what's frustrating to me. We don't know.
This is why you got to clean. This is why you got to clean house. And last week in my clean house video, y'all check that out on here. Is it time for the Chicago Bears to clean house? I said I don't know. I said I was on a I don't know with Nagy. I said let the next GM figure that out. We know. We know. Every week we know. It's time. It's just time.
So realistically, right now, we should take the AK approach. I mean, honestly, we do have some good pieces. We have some bright spots.
You have a team.
We have some bright spots here.
And the NFL is the one league where you can go from worst to first. You fix your offensive line, and you find a competent quarterback. You've got the pieces. Now I think we can say we can look
at a competent quarterback. I'm really just thinking it's an O-line problem. Like
it probably is.
But we didn't have a QB that could read at first, and then we sat him down, and all of a sudden he came back and he looked great today. You know, for at least 3.5 quarters, right? He looked really good today. Yeah. And so, maybe again, we already acknowledged the fact that our head coach didn't scheme for him at all. So it's like it's one of those things where all the arrows point to two things: our head coach, who was also our play caller, and our O-line.
Facts.
And so it's one of those things where let's change those two things first, or one of those two things first, and see what happens.
I do believe that it falls on the quarterback position as well. Like, yes, could Nick play better with a better offensive line? Probably.
Absolutely.
But you can have that same argument about Mitch.
No, I can't.
He played okay today. Now, granted, it's the Lions. For some reason, he got the Lions number. I don't know what he got going on with Detroit.
I know it sounds like I'm contradicting myself, but I mean, realistically,
what kind of beef he got with Detroit? Somebody in Detroit must have slapped him one day.
Hey, listen, somebody.
I will never lose to y'all.
Somebody hit his girl and he had to double back down.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what happened.
Phillip Rivers met his chick in Detroit.
Hey, oh my God.
It's wild out here. I got an L coming for next week. P.Kidd has an L coming for next week, man. I think we're gonna get up out of here. Let us know in the chat how you guys are feeling. This video will be posted. Let us know in the comments below how you guys will be feeling. If you guys didn't get to stay for the entire thing, the audio will be posted to the podcast page. If y'all don't know, we got a podcast, the Windy City Breeze, on all streaming platforms. It's not a picture of me and Kidd yet. It's coming. We ain't been able to link up. We're gonna have to do the Photoshop thing where we just like
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then put COVID in between.
Put COVID in between, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
COVID made us do it this way.
COVID did it. We appreciate all y'all for joining, man. Before we get out of here, y'all know how we do in the live. We were Bears fans before. Matt Nagy, Ryan Pace, and all these clowns showed up to town. We'll be Bears fans long after. Let me get a Bear Don in the chat to finish that thing. Let me see them Bear Dons in the chat. Because, listen, that's all we got left. Really, all we got left is Bear Don. That's all we got left, bro.
What have we come to?
Bro,
what have we come to, dog? This is the first time in Chicago town. All we have left is us.
Hey, we said it though. Whatchamacallit? The team has pieces. You know what I'm saying? The team has pieces. Like, there's pieces here that can be successful. We just got to figure it out. And I can tell you this. Thank God basketball season's coming.
Yo, we should hop on the live on that real soon because I got a lot of heat for the Bulls coming up. So
listen, we definitely make sure y'all tune in. Oh, by the way, we're gonna be doing the live every Wednesday. What we say, 8:00? 8:00 on Wednesdays. Y'all join us at 8:00 p.m. on Wednesdays. Eventually we're gonna get to the point where we're doing this every day. Like, it's coming. We got that in the works. Y'all gotta keep riding with us. There's some money coming. You know what I'm saying? We're getting it in.
Hey.
But
it's blessings. Thank you for your ministry.
For sure.
It's blessings.
Oh, happy day.
We are getting out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in, dog.
For sure. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. It is your boy Pat the Designer, joined by the homie P.Kidd. Peace.